Annyeong, this is Nani from NaneeDon'tBlink. Thanks for watching my channel. Today I'll be reviewing episode number 5 of the Heirs. So Eun-sung's in class, in her English class, and they're talking about Hollywood, I believe, and she's reminiscing about Tan. Everything reminds her about Tan. And her teacher was trying to embarrass her, and she asked her a question, and she answered correctly. That's what you get, teacher. So all of a sudden, they're walking outside of school, Eun-sung and her friends, and you hear girls squealing and running over, and I'm like, oh, this is like an F4 moment. And guess who it is? Kim Tan standing right outside of his car, and Eun-sung approaches the crowd, and she ends up getting close to him, like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I need to ask you a question. Can you tell me Chan Young's number? Obviously, he meant, give me your number, but this is how he's going about it, which is super cute. Like, I want Chan Young's number, and because he's so pretty and I can't get him out of my mind. And she just kind of like ignores and plays him and walks away. So Eun-sung's in the cafe, she's at her job, and all of a sudden gets a call from Chan Young saying, oh, you have time to be on Talking Book and whatnot? She quickly checks, and then there's a picture of Kim Tan saying how hot he is under her profile. And she realizes, holy smokes, he's here. She sees him, and he's just continuously asking for Chan Young's number, and she tries to dismiss him, but right in front of her manager, looks like she's just dismissing a customer. So he's like, give me Chan Young's number, as if it was an order. And she ends up giving it to him, and he calls Chan Young asking for Eun-sung's number, and she grabs the phone and apologizes to Chan Young, and she's like, I'll call you later. And eventually he grabs her phone, calls himself, and then he has her number. He ends up, within the time he left the coffee shop, I'm thinking he called her, and she ends up offering him dinner and asking, how long will you be here? I wanted to take you out to dinner. And he points out, like, you're taking me out to dinner. Remember that. And Tom's apologizing to Mr. Yoon for the awkward tension that he's in. He's stuck in the middle between him and his brother. And Mr. Yoon ends up saying, it's not your fault, it's your father's fault for allowing it to get this way. And it's true, it's the chairman's fault. Mind you, he's like all calm. We have the chairman that's in the office with some, I'm guessing a secretary or someone that works for him, and he's taking all these pictures of Kim Tan with Eun-sung, and then Kim Won with Hyunju, Eun-sung number 2. Basically, he's trying to figure out where do these women fall, what are their titles and whatnot, like. And he realizes Eun-sung is the maid's daughter and they're living there, but it points out it was just a coincidence, it wasn't planned. So he's keeping an eye on his sons, even though he's like very calm, but he's really working behind the scenes. At Eun-sung and Park-hee's laundry bedroom, Eun-sung's passed out and her mother's looking at this paperwork, and it shows, about future plans. Her major and minor are none. She has none. Her goal is just to have a salary job, just to make money. And her mom's a bit heartbroken that this is how her daughter lives, and she has no goal or aspiration for the future except to make money. So Kim Tan's going on a morning walk, jog, run, and he ends up walking up to his house, and a car stops by, and it stops. It's Myung-soo's car, and he was talking to Kim Tan like, oh my god, hi, do you remember me? Like, you still live here? I saw a girl come out of your house, and I thought you moved away. Sorry. And he ends up pointing out, no, he still lives there, and how he's going to stay for good. And Myung-soo rushes off because he has to go back. He's on his way to school. Now, all of a sudden, he's about to just walk into the house, and who opens the door? Eun-sung. So he just kind of like slaps his back, like hides to the side, very suave, like not really James Bond style, but definitely got caught. Eun-sung sees him and grabs him right away, pulling him away because of the cameras. And she's like, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be around here. How'd you know where I live and whatnot? And he's like, I'm from the neighborhood and whatnot. And she's just like dragging him along. Myung-soo delivers the news to Bona, and she's flipping out. And Chan Young ends up hearing the conversation. He's like, oh, is everything okay? And she was like, oh, I didn't really hear what he said. And she was just playing it off, but he knows, and he's smiling because he knows about it. And he starts referring to songs. Let me see, what were the songs? Big Bang, Lie, Tiara Lie, and some other songs. Just basically being a liar. She's being a liar right now. And it was cute and funny. And she storms off, and I think she storms off to Rachel Yu, and asks, like, why didn't you tell me? Why did you make him come back and whatnot? And Rachel Yu doesn't know anything that's going on. And Bona just wants her to confirm, and she's like, is there a problem if he's back? So Rachel Yu's being smooth, suave, like, really calm about this. But in her head, she's freaking out. So Rachel Yu plays off smoothly with Bona about Kim Tan's return, and she goes to her locker, and she's obviously pissed off. She calls Kim Tan, and he obviously doesn't answer the phone because he doesn't like you. So who approaches her? Young-do, to confirm, is he back? And she's threatening, like, why are you scared that he's going to be the top dog or whatever? I'm guessing they were bullies together, and I guess they're fighting for a bully spot. But uh, eventually Kim Tan calls Rachel Yu back, and she answers, like, suave and excitedly. And he's like, if you were just calling me to find out if I'm back, yes, I'm back. And he hangs up. She plays off saying, like, oh, you want to meet up later? Sure, whatever, whatnot. And Young-do knows that bitch is lying. Like, he knows she's lying. And the call ends.